So some men are often offered the opportunity to bank their sperm, either because they are about to face a medical procedure where there's a risk of subsequent infertility, and that's usually before a cancer treatment or another medical treatment where the drugs can damage the testicles. Or you might be offered the opportunity to bank sperm because maybe you're in an occupation or you're about to undertake a risk of accident or damage to your testicles. And what I'm thinking about there are men who are in high-risk occupations, firemen, policemen, or maybe somebody in the armed forces. Whatever the reason, banking sperm is relatively straightforward. You would need a referral from a medical professional, and you would need to go to the local sperm bank and produce your samples on site so that they can freeze them in liquid nitrogen as quickly as possible. Sperm banking is highly regulated by the law, so you will need to sign consent forms, quite a lot of consent forms, and we'll also need to take a sample of blood from you to screen you for what we term blood-borne viruses. That's things like HIV or hepatitis. We need to make sure that you don't have those viruses in your blood if your samples are going to go into a tank alongside those from other men who we also know are negative. If you do have one of those viruses, then there are a number of specialised facilities around the country that can bank them, but it may mean you going somewhere else because not every centre is set up for freezing sperm from men with viruses in their blood. What's important about the sperm banking process is that you have to keep in contact with the sperm bank at regular intervals. This is to update your consent or to make sure that you are still eligible for your sperm to be kept. Because sperm banking is regulated by law, then you have to renew your consent every 10 years. And you can only keep your sperm banked for 55 years in total, but it's important that in order to have that option, that you keep in contact with the sperm bank so they can make sure that the consent and the paperwork is in order.